Good morning, everyone. I'm going to grab a couple things while we're waiting for everybody to sign on and join us. Just kind of put these over here. We have a little show and tell today, and I'm just going to make a super cute card at the end. Since we really don't have a little demonstration. Starting next week on Wednesday, we'll be back to 7 o'clock for our Wednesday night Facebook Live. I should be back to normal by then. And I know we have a lot of things probably coming in today with the mailman today and Monday, so I'll have some good things to show you on Wednesday night, and I'll pick one of those and we'll do a demonstration. Let me see what else I needed. Okay, I think we will get started. So good morning to everyone. So another beautiful Buffalo sunny day. Not. I kind of feel like we're in Alaska where they get no sun continuously, but it's much colder up there, I would imagine. And so we could kind of take that good that the temperatures are warm enough that we're not getting snow, but we're just minus the sun. But I don't know whether I'd rather have snow or sunshine. Good question. So let's just start off. I don't know if I showed these, but we have some card classes that may not have been shown, but we have Lori is doing a fun fold class. So 2 with a little winter type theme and 2 with a Valentine theme. So that class is on the calendar, and it's called Fun Folds with Lori. It's offered in store and Zoom. Kim has her other card samples with the pretty pink Posh squared. I think that's Donna's description. Why she said squared? Because it's really, square is 2 times 2. Right? I'm not sure. But anyways, so we have, they're kind of not so Valentine, but you could use them for Valentine. So these are using their latest release, and you actually get the little mitten shaker card, part of that class. And then this is using the trifold stencil from Tailored Expressions. So everybody will get the stencil, and we'll just go through the process, and then you can kind of create your cards after. You could do this on white paper with different colors, and I'll be showing that in the class. On this one, I did the craft. I really like the look on the craft with the white ink pad and the red and green, but you could definitely have fun, make a ton of really simple cards, and get those off in the mail like super quick. And then Monday is our Heartfelt Creation class. So this is their release for this month. And this is just a one project little class. And I think that's what we're going to try to do. Instead of doing a regular full-size class, we'll just, the class fee will be like $6 to $10. This one is $6. We're going to make a really simple little box and then show you how to use their molds for their flowers. And it's a lily mold this month. And this is the collection. So you have the stamps that actually create the molds to use with the mold. And I think I left the molds in my bag, but there's a tool that you use to create these 3D flowers, and that's what you're going to learn on Monday. And then there are other stamps in the collection that you could just stamp in color and die cut. And so you have the Lily Garden spray and filler along with the coordinating die. And then you have the bouquet and buds, another stamp that you could just stamp in color. Our classes are not, we do Zoom. So the way that works is you have to give us a heads up. You need probably a good week to order your kit because we have to mail the kit to you. And it is a live class. I had mentioned before that we don't tape the Zoom classes because it's not just like, okay, we're going to do this and then do this, step by step. And we do have that, but we have a lot of conversation in between with a group of ladies, new and people that have been doing our Zoom classes. We just chat, and that I can't cut out, nor would I want to, but it makes it almost like everybody was here in person. So we will continue doing our Zoom classes in that way and not have a structured type of class setting for our Zoom classes. So we would love for you to join us on a Zoom class. They're super fun and easy to set up your Zoom on your computer, but that's how the classes that are not in person are going to be offered. Okay, so that's the Lily from Heartfelt Creations. We had a bunch of whippersnapper in, and when we were kind of rearranging and moving Christmas out, I kind of gathered up St. Patrick's Day and Easter along with the Valentine's Day, and we have our Easter section starting to grow. So we have all these great whippersnapper stamps, and for those of you that are gnome lovers, there are these adorable gnomes from Whippersnapper, and then their bunnies are just too cute. So I just wanted to share those with you. We have a lot of St. Patrick's Day. Let me just run over. I forgot to grab those. I'll show you some of the St. Patrick's Day. Here are some of the St. Patrick's Day designs. And what I love about Whippersnapper, because I love to color, you can very easily match these up with your Copics because the original images were done with Copic markers, so you can just kind of put your little color chart up against this packaging and create the same exact color combination. Or you can go out on your own and come up with whatever you want. So those are the Whippersnapper St. Patrick's Day. As we were putting out some of our old samples from last year, we have the die that creates this little carrot, which is super fun and easy to make. And I know Mona demoed this last year, but you could fill it with candies and such. And that cute little bunny is this die cut. And here is a really sweet card. I think Mona made this last year. It was either Mona or Kim. Where we have the little bunny in the Easter basket. And so this is the basket that was used, and the eggs and the little bunnies over there, and the bunny from over here. So when you're in, check out our growing little Easter section along with our filled St. Patrick's Day. Oh, and we just got these in. These are Tim's new ideology. We have the little eggs and the bunnies, and we're hoping to do a cute little project using a 3D little dome with these, but I believe these can be alcohol ink, so you can change the color that way. And they just came in yesterday, so I haven't played with them, but I would assume that you would put a couple drops of your alcohol ink in a little baggie and then throw some eggs in and roll it around, and then you'll be able to get some color that way, because I can't imagine trying to hold these even with tweezers and painting with alcohol ink. But hopefully down the road we'll have a little sample for you and a demonstration on what to do with that. And then one of the last things that I want to show you today is 49th and Market. We're getting, they have their new release coming out, so part of it will probably be here on Monday, and then probably on Tuesday. It's kind of coming in little dribs and drabs, but their paper is like one of the hottest papers on the market right now, and they do beautiful layouts, and they also do beautiful projects. I showed a book that we did last week, and we'll be putting that date on the calendar because I think I have enough to do this first 6 people. So this is a new product for them, and in this is a kit that allows you to do 4 layouts, and you get chipboard pieces. And then you have some ephemera die cuts. And I had mentioned that like the last 2 weeks we did a bunch of classes. I have this kit yet to do. So once I finish it, I'll be bringing it in to show you the finished layouts. And we'll have these on our display. And you get these beautiful papers in here. And the die cuts kind of coordinate the papers so that you can create, this is kind of like a single level, but you'll be able to create a multi-level layout with your embellishments working from bottom to top. And you can see just the beauty of these papers are amazing. So once I've mastered that and completed that project, I'll be able to share that with you. And they have these great packaging now for their products, which you can use over and over again. So some of their other products that came in, and I did a brief picture of this line. This is new. This is the Adoptions Rouge, and it has a pattern paper collection and the solid. We are getting some of these papers in single sheets, which will probably be here like Monday or Tuesday. But I just want to show you how beautiful these papers are. And one of the cool things that this company does, their cover sheet, which shows all the different papers that you have. On the back side, they also put this on here so it's usable, and you can just hand cut all these parts and pieces that you'll be able to use. Their weight is probably 100-pound weight, maybe 110. Just beautiful cardstock. So people that are, into, it's like for junk journaling, for scrapbooking, for card makers. Look at that. Just beautiful. And like I said, to see these papers in person, they're just much more beautiful. Butterflies. Butterflies are the thing right now. Every company is doing butterflies. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, we're still in winter. We're kind of like in the snowflake mode, even though we haven't had snow. We're not ready for butterflies. But maybe that's a sign that we will have an early spring. So that's the first collection that we've received. Whoop. And then they have the coordinating solid papers. So you will get 2 of each of these designs in solid that coordinate with that collection. And also in that collection, they have this is the fabric tape. And you can see in this one, and these are great for bindings on books and, even just on cards because they add a nice texture. And in here, there's a little cutter. I don't know if I've ever showed these before. This kind of sets right on here. So you can take your roll out and then just slide this along and it will cut your tapes. But these are the different rolls that you get in here. Some of their collections on their washi tape are fabric and some are paper. And they have a really cool new washi tape coming out. So I'll share that little secret with you when it comes out. Hopefully this week we'll be getting those in. And this one is a paper texture. And you can just see how beautiful these are. This is from the Tranquility collection. And then we have this postage tape. And this one is for the rouge. And you can use these just as a border. Let me find the end. Or you can cut these off and tear them independent of each other because they have these little perforations. And we have so many of the other companies, they have their coordinating postage stamp. And then this is the ticket roll, and this is for Tranquility. This is eucalyptus, I think. And in here, you get all these little ticket washi tapes, so you get different ones. And you can see, once again, these are perforated, these little tickets. So you have that kind of texture and dimension, whether you're using it on a card, in a layout, in a junk journal. So we'll be getting more in different colors. Each collection is going to have their film strips. So this is Bloom. This is another collection other than the rouge, but it would coordinate with the rouge. And you have the eucalyptus. We have their chipboard die cuts, and just a really nice heavy chipboard. You can see that there's tons of parts and pieces, sentiments, frames, and you can see the back of their packaging, how gorgeous it is, and that in itself makes a beautiful card or element to whatever you're doing. They have tags. And look at that. You could just make a card in itself from that. We have the collection pack of the rouge in. And in this one, they are 6x8. And you get 3 of each of these patterns. And in the end, you do get one sheet that you can actually cut apart. And I believe it's on the back side of the front. And here is the different patterns that you'll be getting in there. Each collection will have a 6x8, and the 6x8 are probably one of the most popular products that we have alongside these, the ephemera bits. And you get a ton, like I don't know if you can see how thick this packaging is, but you get a ton of ephemera bits, and this one goes with the Tranquility. And you can see all the parts and pieces that you get in this collection. Let's see what else we have. This is new. These are their cluster kits, and this is a totally new product. And you can see that the die cuts in here allow you to create these designed, or you can go rogue and do your own kind of thing. But they come in this really great packaging, which is nice for storage for, oh gosh, I mean, I can see my washi tape pieces that I've already prepped from Pink Fresh being stored in here nice and easily, my sticker alphabets and so on and so forth. So in this new clusters set, you will get some different embellishments. Each one is a little bit different. This one has buttons and little clips and some twine. And you can see you get the chipboard embellishments, and then you'll get paper embellishments. And you get a nice variety. You can see this is on the back side of the cover so that you'll be able to cut those. So like I said, we haven't gotten all complete collections of everything. We've kind of got a little bit of this one and a little bit of that one, but hopefully by the end of next week, we'll have the majority of all of them. This is the eucalyptus laser cut elements. So they're all the paperweight embellishments that you very carefully will pop out and get a whole slew of different little die cut elements. And this is one of the new products from 49th and Market. These are collage sheets, and I think these are the first two new ones. Let's see if I can open this one up without... Oh gosh, I'm not going to be able to, but let me show the backside. So these are more like text weight designed elements, and you can see that you will get all these sheets. So you can very easily rip and tear these. They become background papers and elements to whatever project you're working on. And each collection will have a grouping of these. So, two other products I'm going to show you real quick. We have, these came back in stock, the spray bottles, and this is a new hot foil plate and coordinating die. Oh, Carol, which one do you want? And I'll open that one, I'll put your name on it. Did you want the pink one, or did you want the eucalyptus or blossom? I'll wait for Carol to get back. The pink one. I think I would have picked pink for you anyways. Okay, I don't want to... So you can see that they're really thin, but you get a ton of these. It is kind of like computer paper, but you have all these images that you can use for layering. And they're definitely very vintage and antique looking. Oh, this page is really cool. Yeah, this one is pink. This one's eucalyptus, just some neutrals, but there is a little line of pink in there. Dictionary print, music. I mean, you can see there is a ton of paper in here. So these are going to be like fun to be able to add into pages and books and so on. I like the fact that you'll get that layer, but you won't get the bulk. So those are the collage sheets. And I didn't actually destroy the packaging, so that's kind of good. So one of the things, we're not going to have a demo, but what I wanted to do something very quick, just to show you, because people look at that paper and go, that's awfully big. As a card maker, I would never use that. And I didn't even pre-plan this. I checked with Mona this morning. She was uninspired this week, so she has nothing to show for you today. So I'm like, okay, quick, what can I do? And I figured all that 49th and Market came in. And people that are card makers would probably look at it and say, oh, that's not for me. That's really scrapbooking. But it's not. So I chose this paper. Can you just hand me that? This? Yeah. And we had these, and they kind of sit on the shelf. And unless you really kind of pay attention, yeah, and I can tell you probably after today we're going to sell out of them, because this is the end of them, because Karen Foster is no more. They're actually templates for scrapbooking. So when you're doing a layout, you could set out your images. And when I was walking by it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is kind of perfect for what I want to show you today. So this one is going to be mine. So I'm looking for probably like a 4x6, depending on the card that I want to make. And hopefully you'll get where I'm going in a second. But looking at this paper, say this is my 5x7 card, I can kind of put it over this paper and actually see what my card front would be. Like, do I want, this over here? Do I want to use that? This is more of a regular A2 size card. And so can you see, like, I can do a card over here. I could have, this is on my card if I wanted, but I think I'm going to kind of go over here. Let me see. No, I'm going to do, because I grabbed this die cut. So what I'm trying to figure out is where I would cut this, because I want to put this Miss You die over here. So if I put that over there, that's going to cover up that really pretty flower. But I could kind of go over here. But my thought was, like, if I do one over here, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this at 4, because I know this is 4x6. And I'm going to put this back on. And I'm just going to check, because, yeah, if I kind of did over here and over here, I'm going to get one card out of this section. So I'm just going to do a little mark over here, because I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to cut this 5 1/4. Okay, so there I have my card front. And so you can make a really simple card. I'm going to have Mona Yeah, die cut one, this in white, and then this, we'll use like one of our scrap pieces to die cut that. Yeah, we'll just do that in white. But because it's me, we have to have more layers. So I'm going to use one of their solid papers. Yeah. And I'm going to change this to the 4 1/4. So I'm going to trim this down. You can see I have that tiny little layer. I'm going to cut it a little bit more. You can't really see that until, of course, now we're going to pop it. And these are the higher. I really kind of like the low profile ones. Let me grab some low profile. I like the low, and let me just kind of put these, and these are by Scrapbook Adhesives. So you can see the difference. This is the little higher profile, and this is the lower. Because I love to do so many layers all the time, I tend to go with the low so that I can really get things to pop. Awesome. And I could really go crazy with this card. You know what? Can you go grab on the tools? It's like a turquoise, that thing that roughs the edges. We have a ton of them. Those little, it's like a turquoise one. Tim has his, but then I got him by another company. Okay, so now I have my layer, and I have my white. And this one I'll probably do flat. Well, let me see. Nope, we'll pop it. Yeah, it's kind of that circular little thing. It's turquoise in color. No, the one that distresses the edges. Should be around in the set, like kind of where you're looking. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's actually like the thread cutter. Yeah, it's like a thread cutter. And when I'm actually creating a card, so we have that. For me, I think that Miss You is a little bit too light. So let me go and let's reverse it. Let me put the solid over here. No luck?
No luck. I'm probably looking right at it.
Here, I'll run over and you could, let's just see, we need to die cut this one
All right.
a little better.
Sorry, guys.
I'm going to run over. So what I'm doing is actually doing the opposite. So we have that there, and we're going to do white lettering and see which one we like. And then while I'm looking for that thing I asked Mona to look for, I'm going to have her glue the words, because we'll use both of them. I'll make another card. I'm going to show you if I could find that tool, what I'm talking about.
This went off some.
Let's see, did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a beauty.
Okay. So while she's doing that, we're going to make another card real quick.
Do you want both of these or just this one?
I just need the top right now. So let's do, I'm trying to see if I could, I can actually probably make a card. I could probably make a card there. I can get it, if you guys can see, I can do a card over there. So I'm actually going to cut this. No, we need the thinner one.
Let's try this again.
I think before we do anything, I'm buying Mona coffee.
Plus it's been a rough week.
Okay, so we'll do this one in this direction. And then from that sheet, kind of came like here. So you can see how kind of cool these templates are. So those are not online. So you're going to have to, if anybody wants those set of templates, they're $10. Either call the store right away, and then we'll set one aside for you.
I think I got it.
Okay.
Stuck though. Yeah, man.
I'm going to go look for that little tool.
Yeah. You could use a scrubby though, It would rough it up. There you go.
Yeah, you could do scissors. Okay. Oh, see, like I like
down there.
I like that one. This is too white. I probably would ink that. So I'm gonna have Mona glue that, and then I will pop that. So then we'll have like
gluing this together.
Yeah, we're gonna glue that together. Do you want to use my little technique with the scrap paper? I put the glue on the end because I don't have a.
I do it at the back of my hand lots of times.
Oh, okay.
So let's get this glue on here. There. And you're going to see that I am going to wipe this on the back of my hand because this fine stuff. Oh, she found it right away.
Well, the turquoise wasn't showing, but Tim's was. So we'll open one of these.
Oh, they're tiny.
Yeah.
So lots of times I do this to get the excess glue off. Spread it around. We don't want to tell my grandkids that though. And you want to be careful when you're doing these skinny ones, because they kind of stretch out of shape. So what I usually try to do is line up the left side and the right side to get everything in place. But this is all ready for Sharon now.
So I'll let you pop that with the little pop dots.
You trust me on this?
Yeah. So this one, I'm going to use the top piece. The green would probably be pretty too. Let me go in. I need to move Mona for a second. Okay, so we'll have this card in this direction.
already when things are off.
Where's the card? Oh.
Oh. The things are off, so.
Okay, so this one I have my layer. And this is the tool I was talking about. Tim has a tool which is probably twice the price. This is the paper distress tool from Nellie. And you want to grab a distress ink.
Out of the drawer you want?
Yeah. What color do you think? Well, antique linen is my... I don't want oxide.
Oh, you don't want oxide?
No. I use oxides very often, except for ink blending backgrounds because it's so much easier. Pardon?
Linen?
Yeah. We'll do linen and just a tool. An ink blending tool. But you can see how this definitely like roughs up the edge.
Can you use one of these brushes or you don't want that?
No. In the jar on the back counter. So you get more of a like a tattered type of look. Let me take from this just
There you go.
I want to make this slightly smaller. So far from that one sheet of paper, you know, I have 3 cards for sure. You could use the center part that I didn't use as your mats also, instead of grabbing another pink. And I just want something light. I mean, just to get rid of a little bit of that white, even though I have it on a white base, just to tone that brightness down a bit. So what I did, I went and grabbed these twines, which are like my favorite go-to. This was too bright. I just grabbed different colors. But I'm going to go with the, actually, I'm going to pick 2 of them. We'll do these.
Scissors?
Yeah. Normally I'll wrap it around a couple times, but since I have a double, I'm going to have you just cut right there, Mona.
There?
Yeah. And then I need your finger. And these are actually cards that do not take 2 people. But
Sometimes it's easier.
yeah. Oh wait, I really messed that bow up. Let's try it again.
Tell me when. If you don't have 2 hands, you know, there's always tweezers.
Let's start over.
All right.
Okay.
Get this where you want it. Pull a little tighter. Okay.
And actually, you know what I'll do? I'll do a knot and then, yeah.
Tell me when.
Okay.
Got it. Oops.
if you do the rabbit ear trick, making 2 loops, kind of like where you taught your kids to tie their shoelaces, your bow gets less wonky. But when you're kind of like and I can play with my bow.
Once it's knotted in,
Yeah.
don't worry so much.
And I think I might go back after and just kind of fix that bow. But we'll finish this part up. The other thing, just using this beautiful paper, you can see that, you know, pretty much probably in 20 minutes, other than like the little things that we kind of messed up and had to go back and look at, you can make some really simple cards and then put your sentiments on the inside. Sometimes the paper is so beautiful you really don't want to cover it up. The other ribbons that would be really pretty too, I would use if I made a 5x7 card, I probably would use our seam binding ribbon because it would make a bigger bow, and it might be too big for a small card, where the twine is.
I like the combination of the 2 twines together.
Yeah, the 2 colors.
Yeah.
The flat. It's so funny how you could like lose things when I really have not stepped away from this area. Oh my gosh. So what I just wanted to show you is that we have all that beautiful 12x12 paper from 49th and Market, and it's just not for people that do scrapbooking. And even though the images are bigger, you can still make beautiful cards, simple, beautiful cards with them, and not really by doing anything. And what I might want to go back is add just a couple of those, the gems from Pink Fresh would probably look really pretty on there. So we have 2 cards, and then I do have this one ready to go for another. Yeah, oh, this would be a really nice slim line. So maybe I will make a quick slim line out of this. But you can see just from that one sheet of paper, and then I have this paper left, which gotta love that, you know. Somehow, you know, using that on a card. And then these little pieces that really I didn't use, I did. We used it to die cut our sentiments, so we really used everything in there. So for a really kind of like quick, no plan card, how'd I do? So any questions out there? So I think that's all I have to show you today. We'll probably have a jam-packed week next weekend, and just because I know we're getting a lot. We're getting Concord and Ninth, and we're getting My Favorite Things. We're getting Honeybee. And the Honeybee, we're getting a lot of their wax products. So all that's coming in this week, along with more 49th and Market and a surprise, because from these shows, I ordered a ton of different stuff. Oh, I didn't even have to go through, and I'll show next week. We got Wow embossing powders. We got some beautiful new powders, and I'll show you one of the techniques that we did with it probably next week. So so much on the horizon to show you, so stay tuned. And who made the paper? That is 49th and Market. That was I think it wasn't from a new collection. It was within the past 6 months, I believe that paper came out. And like I said, I moved we're starting kind of a spring Easter section. So I'm bringing out all the pinks and purples and, soft pastel colors. And I came across that, and I've always wanted to use it. So as I was pulling things today, I was like, okay, today's the day. I love when I can cross something off my to-do list. Done. So, and don't forget, we use this great little tool. So I think that's it. So I will either see you in the store, in a class, on Zoom, and go Bills. It's going to be a tough one tomorrow, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's going to be nerve-wracking. But I think we could do it. I know we can do it. We just got to have our head and our, Josh has to settle down and whatever, but I think we can do it. So enjoy the game tomorrow. And like I said, if anybody wants these templates, you get this whole pack of templates, if you're doing scrapbooking, journaling, but it's,
Lots of card forms.
oh my God, yeah. That's what I said. Very usable product that card makers and scrapbookers can use. So thanks for joining me. Everyone have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sunshine.